When it comes to winning a woman's heart, the path is intricate and layered with many considerations. Understanding the complexities of female emotional and physical intimacy is a journey that requires patience, sensitivity, and a willingness to learn. In today's discussion, we will embark on an exploration of some intriguing and often misunderstood aspects of female intimacy that may challenge your perceptions and deepen your understanding. By the end of this journey, you will find yourself among a select group of individuals who possess a profound awareness of these nuances. So, let's take our time and delve into this topic with the respect and curiosity it deserves. When we talk about the G-spot, it's important to approach the subject with a sense of care and consideration. Not every woman experiences this part of her body in the same way, and that's a crucial point to remember. The G-spot has been the subject of much curiosity and discussion, but it's essential to understand that its presence and sensitivity can vary greatly among different women. Some might find it to be an area of heightened sensation, while others may not feel much at all. This variability is a reminder that the journey of intimacy is unique for everyone. Understanding this diversity is key to fostering a deeper connection with your partner. Intimacy, at its core, is about building a bond that goes beyond just the physical. It's about tuning into your partner's needs, being attentive to what makes them feel cherished, and creating an environment where they feel completely at ease. This is why it's so important to approach intimacy with a sense of openness and curiosity, rather than sticking to rigid expectations or focusing on specific techniques. For many women, areas like the neck can be incredibly sensitive and responsive. In fact, research shows that over 97% of women find that gentle touches on the neck can evoke feelings of warmth and closeness. The neck is often a place where a tender touch or a gentle kiss can foster a deep sense of connection, reminding us that intimacy is as much about emotional closeness as it is about physical interaction. But what's fascinating is how diverse women's experiences can be. While the neck might be a significant area for many, only a small percentage of women, around 1%, find complete satisfaction through the stimulation of the breasts alone. This doesn't mean that this area isn't important, rather, it highlights how varied our experiences and preferences can be. It also underscores the importance of paying attention to your partner's unique responses and being willing to explore what makes them feel most connected. The idea here is that there's no universal formula for intimacy. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's perfectly normal. The goal is to engage in a mutual exploration that allows both partners to discover what feels right for them. This might involve focusing on areas like the neck, or it might mean paying attention to other forms of affection that foster closeness and trust. One of the most valuable lessons in intimacy is that it's not just about physical touch. It's about the emotional connection that is built through small, meaningful gestures, shared experiences, and a deep understanding of each other's needs. Whether it's through a gentle touch, a kind word, or simply being present with each other, the essence of intimacy lies in the connection that is cultivated over time. It's also important to remember that intimacy doesn't have to follow any particular script. The beauty of a relationship is that it allows for exploration and growth, with both partners learning and adapting to each other's preferences and desires. This process is deeply personal and can be incredibly rewarding when approached with patience and empathy. For example, while some might focus on areas like the neck or the G-spot, others might find that different forms of connection are more fulfilling. This could involve spending quality time together, engaging in meaningful conversations, or simply being there for each other during both the joyful and challenging moments of life. The key is to recognize that intimacy is a multifaceted experience, one that goes far beyond the physical and taps into the emotional and spiritual aspects of a relationship. In this light, the diversity of experiences among women becomes a strength rather than a challenge. It's an invitation to explore the many ways in which affection can be expressed and received, from a tender touch on the neck to a heartfelt conversation that deepens the bond between partners. Each of these experiences contributes to a richer, more fulfilling connection. It's important to stay attuned to your partner's unique needs and preferences. This might mean being more attentive to certain areas or exploring different ways of expressing affection. The most important thing is to approach this journey with a spirit of mutual respect and understanding, recognizing that what matters most is how you make each other feel. Creating a safe space where both partners can express themselves freely and without judgment. It's about being present with each other, listening to each other's needs, and responding in a way that makes both partners feel valued and cherished. Whether this involves focusing on the neck, the G-spot, or any other aspect of intimacy, the goal is to build a connection that is meaningful and deeply satisfying for both of you. It's not just about finding specific areas of sensitivity but about recognizing the many ways in which affection can be communicated. This could be through physical touch, but it could just as easily involve verbal affirmation, acts of kindness, or shared experiences that strengthen your bond. It's a deeply personal experience, one that is shaped by the unique dynamics of your relationship. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, and that's what makes the journey so special. By staying open to each other's needs and desires, you can create a connection that is truly fulfilling, one that nurtures both the body and the soul. So, as you explore the many dimensions of intimacy, remember to approach it with an open heart and a willingness to learn and grow together. Whether it's through a gentle touch on the neck, a thoughtful gesture, or simply spending time together, the essence of intimacy lies in the connection you build and the way you make each other feel truly loved and understood. The longing for affection and connection is a universal aspect of being human, something that resonates deeply within each of us. It's not just about the physical sensations that come from touch, but also the emotional resonance that such gestures carry. When we talk about the ways in which people express their affection, it's important to remember that these acts, whether they involve a simple embrace, a gentle caress, or more intimate forms of connection, are profound expressions of love and care. These moments, though sometimes brief, hold immense power in forging and maintaining the bonds that tie us to one another. Affectionate touch has a unique ability to create an intimate bond between two people. There's something deeply personal about it, something that speaks volumes about the relationship and the feelings behind it. When a person reaches out to touch someone they care about, it's an expression of trust and vulnerability, a way of saying, "I am here with you, and I care about you." This kind of connection is vital in any relationship, as it helps to build a sense of security and mutual understanding that can deepen over time. For many women, the experience of physical closeness can be especially intense, even if the moments are brief. These fleeting seconds of connection can leave a lasting impact, a memory that strengthens the emotional ties between partners. It's a reminder that the significance of intimacy isn't necessarily in its duration but in the depth of connection that it fosters. A moment of shared closeness can resonate long after it's passed, serving as a touchstone of the relationship's emotional depth. Each person's experience of intimacy is unique, with physical responses varying widely from one individual to another. Some women might have more pronounced reactions, while others might experience subtler sensations. These differences are a reflection of the individuality of each person's experience, underscoring the fact that there is no singular way to experience closeness. What truly matters is that each person feels seen, respected, and valued in their own experiences, and that these moments of intimacy are approached with care and sensitivity. A woman's physical enjoyment during intimate moments often centers on specific areas of her body, particularly those that are more sensitive to touch. These areas, when approached with gentleness and attentiveness, can be a key to her overall sense of satisfaction. However, it's crucial to recognize that the physical aspect is just one part of a much larger picture. True intimacy comes from a comprehensive understanding of both the emotional and physical needs of each partner. It's about creating a space where both partners feel emotionally connected and physically cherished. Interestingly, research shows that only a small percentage of women find complete fulfillment through certain methods alone. This statistic highlights the need for a more holistic approach to intimacy, one that takes into account the wide range of emotional and physical connections that contribute to a fulfilling experience. A relationship thrives when both partners are attuned to each other's needs, creating a dynamic where the physical and emotional aspects of the relationship reinforce each other. Open communication is key to fostering this kind of connection. When partners are able to discuss their needs, desires, and boundaries with honesty and compassion, they lay the foundation for a deeper emotional bond. This dialogue not only enhances the physical aspects of the relationship but also builds trust and mutual respect. It's through this ongoing conversation that couples can continue to grow together, adapting and evolving as they learn more about each other's needs and desires. The expression of affection through touch is a natural and vital part of any close relationship. Whether it's through a tender kiss, a warm hug, or simply holding hands, these small gestures are powerful ways of communicating love and care. They provide comfort, reassurance, and a sense of connection that words alone often can't convey. In these moments, the physical act is a way of saying, "I am here with you, and I cherish you." It's these little acts of affection that often make the biggest impact, strengthening the bond between partners over time. Approaching intimacy with sensitivity and respect is essential. Every individual has their own comfort levels and preferences, and what feels right for one person might not for another. The key is to approach these moments with an open mind and a caring heart, being attentive to each other's needs and desires. This kind of understanding and respect is what turns physical closeness into something truly special, creating a bond that goes beyond the physical to touch the emotional core of the relationship. At the heart of intimacy is the connection between two people, a connection that goes beyond the physical to encompass the emotional and psychological aspects of the relationship. It's about creating moments of closeness that bring two people together, making them feel truly understood and appreciated. When these moments of intimacy are approached with care and attention, they can become some of the most meaningful and memorable aspects of a relationship. Intimacy is not just about physical closeness, it's about the emotional connection that is built in those moments. The way we express our affection, whether through touch, words, or actions, can have a profound impact on our relationships. These expressions of love and care help to build a foundation of trust and understanding that supports a strong, healthy relationship. When partners are able to connect on this deeper level, they create a bond that is not only physically satisfying but also emotionally fulfilling. As we explore the role of affectionate touch in our relationships, it's important to remember that each person's needs and preferences are different. What works for one couple may not work for another, and that's perfectly normal. The key is to remain open and communicative, to listen to each other's needs, and to be willing to explore new ways of connecting. This kind of openness and curiosity is what allows relationships to grow and evolve, keeping the connection fresh and exciting. In the end, the most important aspect of intimacy is the connection it fosters between two people. It's about creating moments of closeness that bring you together, making you feel truly seen and valued. Whether it's through a gentle touch, a loving word, or a shared experience, these moments are what make a relationship truly special. They are the building blocks of a deep, lasting connection that goes beyond the physical to touch the very heart of what it means to love and be loved. As we think about the role of touch and affection in our lives, it's helpful to approach it with a sense of wonder and appreciation for the unique ways we connect with those we care about. Each person's experience is different, and what brings joy and fulfillment to one person may be different for another. By exploring these aspects of our relationships with an open heart and mind, we can discover new ways to connect, to show love, and to build a deeper bond with the people we care about. Intimacy is a celebration of the connection between two people. Whether it's through a gentle caress, a heartfelt conversation, or a shared moment of laughter, these expressions of love are what bring us closer together. They are the moments that define our relationships, that remind us of the power of love to heal, to connect, and to bring joy into our lives. When we approach intimacy with care, respect, and an open heart, we create a space where love can flourish and where we can find true fulfillment in our relationships. When a woman experiences a moment of deep emotional connection, something truly magical happens in her brain. It's as if every part of her being comes alive, preparing her for the possibility of even deeper emotional and physical closeness. This isn't just about the immediate moment, it's about a profound readiness that her body and mind naturally prepare for. This kind of connection goes beyond mere physical attraction, it's an emotional synchrony that many women naturally crave. Yet, despite this intrinsic yearning, about 30% of women face challenges in reaching this profound level of intimacy. This statistic speaks volumes about the complexities involved in creating such deep bonds, and it highlights the emotional and psychological hurdles that some women may encounter. Even more striking is the fact that 1 in 10 women has never experienced this pinnacle of connection, which leaves a significant gap in their emotional fulfillment. For some women, the preference leans toward gentler, more subtle forms of connection. These moments of intimacy are like a delicate dance, each step, each movement is intentional and measured. It's not about rushing toward a climax, but rather savoring each nuance of the experience. This approach allows for a richer, more layered experience that isn't overwhelming but is instead deeply satisfying in its own right. Think of it as enjoying a piece of music where each note is savored, each chord resonates, and the entire composition leaves a lasting impression. For those who may have had past experiences that make deeper connections more challenging, or for those who simply enjoy a more gradual build-up, this gentle approach can be incredibly comforting and fulfilling. It's fascinating to note that couples who have been in long-term, committed relationships often report a higher level of satisfaction in their intimate lives. The reason for this could very well be the emotional trust and safety that develop over time. When you've been with someone for a long time, there's a level of understanding and comfort that simply can't be replicated in newer relationships. This kind of emotional safety allows both partners to let down their guard and be vulnerable with each other. It's this vulnerability that paves the way for deeper emotional and physical connections, leading to a more fulfilling and satisfying relationship. In a committed relationship, the foundation of trust allows for a level of intimacy that can be both deeply satisfying and long-lasting. The power of small gestures cannot be overstated when it comes to building emotional bonds. Something as simple as a gentle kiss on the forehead while she sleeps can add a profound layer of romance and intimacy to the relationship. It's not just the act of kissing itself, but the intention behind it, the unspoken message of love and care that it conveys. These small, tender moments have the power to create a deep reservoir of positive emotions, strengthening the bond between partners. It's often in these quiet, intimate moments that the deepest connections are formed, where love and affection are communicated not through words, but through the simplest of actions. Delving into shared dreams and desires can lead to a stronger emotional bond between partners. Women often appreciate a wide range of affectionate expressions, from sweet, whispered words to the simple joy of holding hands during a walk. These expressions are not just about showing affection, they're about understanding each other's needs and desires. They're about finding out what truly makes your partner happy, what brings them comfort, and what makes them feel loved. When partners take the time to explore each other's dreams and desires, they often find a deeper connection, one that is built on mutual understanding and respect. This journey of discovery can bring partners closer together, as they learn more about each other and what truly matters to them. Open and honest communication is absolutely essential in any relationship, especially when it comes to uncovering what brings joy and comfort to both partners. It's about creating a safe space where both individuals can express their needs and desires without fear of being judged. This kind of communication fosters trust and allows for a deeper connection to develop. When both partners feel comfortable sharing their innermost thoughts and feelings, the relationship can grow in ways that are both unexpected and deeply fulfilling. It's through this kind of open dialogue that couples can navigate the complexities of their relationship, finding new ways to connect and strengthen their bond. It's also incredibly important to be mindful of the impact that societal pressures and unrealistic body ideals can have on a woman's self-esteem. Women are often bombarded with images and messages that dictate how they should look, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. These negative feelings can act as a barrier to deep connection, as they may prevent a woman from feeling comfortable in her own body. It's crucial for partners to be aware of these pressures and to offer support and reassurance. By celebrating her natural beauty and helping her feel confident in her own skin, you can create an environment where she feels truly valued and loved. This, in turn, can lead to a deeper and more meaningful connection. The sensitivity of the clitoral region is something that demands a thoughtful and gentle approach. It's an area of the body that, when treated with care and consideration, can bring immense pleasure. But it's not just about physical stimulation, it's about creating an environment where she feels safe, respected, and understood. A gentle touch, combined with an awareness of her needs and desires, can turn a simple moment into something deeply enjoyable and memorable. This level of care shows a profound respect for her boundaries and her body, which is essential in building trust and deepening the emotional connection between partners. To ensure that the experience is as comfortable as possible for both partners, it's important to pay attention to the little details. Something as simple as maintaining a well-groomed appearance, like keeping facial hair neatly trimmed, can show that you are considerate of her comfort. These small gestures may seem trivial, but they can make a big difference in the overall experience. By showing that you care about the details, you're not only making the experience more pleasant for her, but you're also demonstrating a level of attentiveness that is crucial in any loving relationship. Another crucial aspect of building deep connections is understanding and respecting boundaries. Everyone has their own comfort zones, and it's important to be mindful of these when deepening emotional and physical bonds. By being attuned to her needs and by respecting her boundaries, you create a space where she feels safe and understood. This respect is a fundamental part of any relationship, as it builds trust and allows both partners to feel valued and appreciated. When boundaries are respected, both individuals can feel more comfortable and open, which fosters a deeper and more meaningful connection. It's also worth noting that connection isn't solely about physical intimacy. It encompasses emotional and even spiritual dimensions as well. A truly deep connection often transcends the physical realm, touching on aspects of emotional and spiritual alignment. It's about being in tune with each other on a level that goes beyond mere words or actions. This kind of connection can create a bond that is incredibly strong and enduring, capable of withstanding the many challenges that life may throw your way. It's about finding harmony in your relationship, where both partners feel connected not just physically, but on a much deeper, more meaningful level. The journey toward deep connection is an ongoing process, not something that happens overnight. It's a path that requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to explore both the highs and the lows of a relationship. But this journey can be incredibly rewarding, as each new experience adds another layer of depth to your connection. It's about finding joy in the process, in the little moments that may seem insignificant at the time but ultimately contribute to a richer, more fulfilling relationship. By focusing on the journey rather than just the destination, couples can discover new dimensions of their relationship that they may not have realized were possible. Ultimately, the goal is to create a relationship where both partners feel deeply connected, both emotionally and physically. This involves building a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual understanding, where both individuals feel safe to be themselves and to explore their needs and desires without fear. It's about creating a space where love can flourish, where connection can deepen, and where both partners can find true fulfillment in each other. This kind of relationship isn't just about satisfaction, it's about building a bond that is strong, enduring, and deeply meaningful. The journey to deep connection is one that requires effort, care, and a willingness to be vulnerable. But it's a journey that can lead to a level of satisfaction and fulfillment that is truly unparalleled. By focusing on the small gestures, the open communication, and the deep understanding of each other's needs and desires, couples can build a relationship that is both strong and deeply connected, one that brings joy and fulfillment to both partners. This kind of connection isn't just about the physical aspects, it's about building a life together, where both partners feel seen, heard, and deeply loved. Physical affection, in its most genuine and natural form, is something that touches many aspects of our being. It's not just about the physical touch or connection, but the way it engages our emotions, our minds, and even our spirits. When we think about how we engage in our daily lives, it becomes clear that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can have a significant impact on how we experience intimacy. Regular exercise, for instance, does more than just keep our bodies fit, it enhances our vitality, boosts our mood, and makes us feel more confident and connected to our partners. This vitality, this energy that we cultivate through exercise, is often what others find most attractive, far beyond the specifics of body type or appearance. It's fascinating that research has shown women are generally more drawn to men who are active, regardless of their size or shape. This suggests that what truly matters is the vibrancy and health that comes from being physically active. It's not about fitting into a certain mold but about embracing who you are and living in a way that makes you feel alive. When you feel good about yourself, it naturally radiates outward, making you more appealing to others. This attraction isn't just about the superficial aspects, it's about the deeper sense of health and well-being that you carry with you. But physical attraction is only one piece of the puzzle. In many relationships, there's a significant number of people, about 2/3, who feel that their intimate lives aren't as fulfilling as they would like them to be. This statistic is telling. It suggests that while physical attraction and connection are important, they aren't everything. Emotional and physical well-being within relationships are deeply intertwined, and when one aspect is neglected, it can affect the other. This is why it's so important to pay attention to both sides of the equation, our bodies and our emotions, our physical health, and our emotional well-being. When it comes to physical connection, the positions or forms that foster closeness and mutual connection are often the most satisfying for both partners. These moments of intimacy are not just about the physical act but about the connection that is built through shared experiences, the ways in which you communicate without words, the feeling of being truly in sync with one another. On the other hand, some men might prefer more intense connections, something that caters to a deeper physical bond. Both are valid, and the key lies in finding what works best for you as a couple, what makes you feel closest, most connected, and most understood. Another intriguing aspect of attraction is the natural scent of a man. It's not something we often think about consciously, but our sense of smell is deeply tied to our emotions and instincts. Testosterone, the hormone that influences a man's natural scent, can be a powerful element of attraction for women. It's something primal, something that goes beyond logic and taps into a deeper part of our being. Choosing a fragrance that enhances this natural appeal can subtly increase your presence and attractiveness, creating an aura that draws others in without them even realizing it. When we talk about relationships, especially those that last over time, it's interesting to note that couples who are very similar in personality and interests may sometimes face challenges in sustaining a long-term connection. While it might seem like common interests and shared values would create the perfect match, the truth is that a certain degree of difference and contrast can actually keep the relationship dynamic and engaging. These differences allow for growth, for new experiences, and for each partner to bring something unique to the table, enriching the relationship in ways that sameness might not. It's also worth considering how attraction and connection evolve over time. For women, certain stages of life, such as menopause, can bring about changes in interest and desire. This isn't something to be feared but rather embraced as a natural part of life's journey. It reflects the ever-changing nature of our bodies and our connections, reminding us that attraction is not a static thing but something that evolves and deepens as we grow older and more experienced. As relationships mature, both physical and emotional intimacy naturally change. The excitement of new love might give way to a deeper, more stable connection, but this doesn't mean the passion has to fade. A strong foundation of trust and mutual understanding is crucial in navigating these shifts. It allows both partners to feel safe in expressing their needs and desires, knowing that they will be met with empathy and respect. This ongoing communication is key to a fulfilling relationship, one where both partners feel valued and understood. In this modern age, we're seeing a growing recognition of sapiosexuality, or the attraction to intelligence. This reflects the increasing value placed on mental and emotional connections, where a meeting of the minds can be just as powerful as a physical connection. People are finding that intellectual stimulation, shared conversations, and the ability to connect on a deeper level are incredibly important in a relationship. It's about feeling seen and heard, about engaging with someone who challenges you, inspires you, and makes you think in new ways. There are many myths around intimacy that can create unnecessary fears or misconceptions. One such myth is the idea of dead vagina syndrome, a term that wrongly suggests a loss of sensitivity from frequent physical connections. This notion is rooted in misinformation and doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Instead of focusing on these unfounded fears, it's more beneficial to explore practices that deepen emotional intimacy. For example, Karza, a practice centered on emotional connection rather than solely on physical release, can be incredibly powerful in bringing partners closer together. Women, too, often appreciate when men take care of their appearance. This isn't about vanity but about self-respect and consideration for one's partner. When you take the time to present yourself well, it shows that you care not only about yourself but also about the relationship. It's a way of saying, I value this connection, and I want to show up as the best version of myself for you. This effort can make a significant difference in how partners perceive and connect with each other, creating a more fulfilling and enjoyable relationship for both. The dynamics between men and women, especially in the context of relationships, there's this delicate balance that's often at play. Women, as many would agree, tend to appreciate men who show genuine interest and effort in their pursuit. But here's the catch, it has to be genuine. There's something truly attractive about a man who is interested not just in the chase but in the person herself. It's not about bombarding her with attention or overwhelming her with affection, it's about being consistent, sincere, and authentic in your approach. Women can often sense when a man's intentions are genuine, and it's this authenticity that can make all the difference in how a relationship unfolds. Now, think about fantasies and dreams. These aren't just flights of fancy or idle thoughts, they can be powerful tools in our lives. Fantasies allow us to explore desires and scenarios that we might not experience in our everyday lives, offering a safe space to delve into aspects of our psyche that might otherwise remain hidden. When we embrace our fantasies, we're not indulging in something shameful or secretive, rather, we're acknowledging the rich tapestry of our inner world. These dreams can also serve as a bridge between partners, a way to share and understand each other's deeper desires, creating a bond that's rooted in honesty and mutual exploration. Speaking of keeping things fresh, one of the most exciting aspects of any relationship is the introduction of new experiences or perspectives. When you think about it, a relationship is like a garden. It needs regular tending, a bit of sunshine, and a sprinkle of novelty to keep it vibrant. By trying new things together, whether it's exploring a new hobby, traveling to a different place, or simply having deep conversations about topics you've never touched on before, you add layers to your connection. This keeps the relationship dynamic and alive, preventing it from falling into the rut of routine. If we look at love from a more structured perspective, psychologist Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love offers a fascinating lens. According to Sternberg, love is composed of three elements: intimacy, passion, and commitment. These three components can combine in various ways to create different types of love. For instance, a relationship might have strong passion and intimacy but lack commitment, leading to what Sternberg might describe as romantic love. Alternatively, a relationship that's high on commitment and intimacy but low on passion might be labeled as companionate love. Understanding these elements and how they play out in your relationship can be incredibly insightful, helping you navigate the challenges and rewards that come with love. Sometimes, people find themselves experiencing persistent feelings of desire or interest, seemingly out of nowhere. These feelings can be puzzling, especially when there's no clear trigger. In a relationship, such unexplained emotions can sometimes cause confusion or even tension. It's important to recognize that these feelings are a normal part of human experience. They don't always need to be acted upon but can be acknowledged as part of the complex emotional landscape we all navigate. Open communication about these feelings can often lead to greater understanding and connection between partners. Another fascinating aspect of relationships is how our attachment styles play into our experiences of intimacy and connection. Whether we have a secure, avoidant, or anxious attachment style can significantly influence how we relate to others. Those with a secure attachment style often find it easier to build and maintain close relationships, while those with avoidant or anxious attachment styles might struggle with intimacy in different ways. Understanding your own attachment style and that of your partner can offer profound insights into the dynamics of your relationship, helping you both navigate challenges more effectively. It's also worth noting that intimate relationships aren't confined to the realm of youth. Far from it. Many couples find that their relationships deepen and flourish as they grow older. The passage of time can bring a sense of comfort and familiarity that enhances the bond between partners. Physical desire might change, but the emotional and intellectual connection often becomes even more profound, creating a type of intimacy that is deeply satisfying and rewarding. Scent is another intriguing factor in attraction that's often overlooked. Certain fragrances can trigger powerful memories and emotions, enhancing the connection between partners in subtle but significant ways. Whether it's the natural scent of a partner or a particular perfume that they wear, scent can play a surprisingly important role in attraction. It's not just about smelling good, it's about the unique way that a person's scent interacts with our own senses, creating a bond that is both physical and emotional. Interestingly, for some people, feelings of interest or desire can be linked to themes of power or control. This doesn't necessarily mean that these feelings are harmful or unhealthy. In many cases, they're just another aspect of the complex ways in which we experience desire. Power dynamics in relationships can be a delicate subject, but when both partners are aware of and comfortable with these dynamics, they can add a layer of depth and excitement to the relationship. Environmental factors can also have a significant impact on how we experience connection and desire. For instance, warmer weather and longer days can lead to an increase in feelings of closeness and attraction. There's something about the sun, the warmth, and the energy of summer that seems to bring people together, fostering a sense of intimacy that might not be as strong in the colder months. Of course, this isn't a hard and fast rule, but it's an interesting phenomenon that many people notice in their own lives. Music, too, plays a powerful role in shaping our emotional and physical bonds. A shared favorite song or a particular melody can become a symbol of your relationship, evoking memories and emotions every time you hear it. Music has a way of reaching deep into our souls, creating connections that are both primal and profound. Whether it's a slow dance in the kitchen or a concert you attended together, these musical moments can become cherished memories that strengthen your bond. There are also some individuals who experience physical responses to intimacy without the accompanying emotional pleasure, a phenomenon known as anhedonia. This can be particularly challenging in a relationship, as it may lead to misunderstandings or feelings of inadequacy. However, with sensitive understanding and open communication, couples can navigate these challenges together, finding ways to support each other and maintain a strong connection. Colors, too, have been shown to play a role in attraction, with red being particularly associated with desire. But beyond these physical cues, mental and emotional connections are often even more crucial in achieving lasting satisfaction in a relationship. The mind is a powerful component of attraction, and a deep intellectual and emotional connection can often sustain a relationship even when physical attraction wanes. When we delve into the challenges men face, particularly with issues like erectile difficulties, it's essential to grasp the profound impact this can have, not only on their physical health but also on their emotional and psychological well-being. Society often imposes the expectation that men must be perpetually strong and invulnerable. When they encounter such challenges, it can feel as though they are failing to meet these expectations, leading to a crisis of self-identity. This struggle goes far beyond the physical aspect, reaching into the core of how they perceive themselves, their masculinity, and their self-worth. When self-esteem is damaged in this way, it creates a ripple effect, influencing every facet of life, particularly intimate relationships. The fear of judgment or rejection may lead men to withdraw, making it difficult to discuss these issues openly, which can result in feelings of isolation and loneliness. In addressing these challenges, practices like yoga can offer substantial benefits. Yoga transcends the simple act of stretching or holding poses. It is a comprehensive practice that harmonizes the body, mind, and spirit. Through consistent practice, individuals often discover not only increased physical strength but also a heightened awareness of their emotions and mental state. For men grappling with physical challenges, yoga can serve as a powerful tool to alleviate stress, enhance body awareness, and improve overall well-being. This, in turn, can have a profoundly positive effect on their intimate lives. A deeper connection with oneself often translates into a stronger connection with a partner, which is a cornerstone of a fulfilling and healthy relationship. As we turn our attention to the digital realm, it becomes evident that online interactions have become a significant aspect of how people connect today. This new mode of communication can be both a blessing and a curse. On the positive side, online platforms offer opportunities to form new connections and express feelings or desires that might be difficult to articulate in person. However, the absence of face-to-face interaction can also lead to misunderstandings, miscommunication, or even feelings of disconnection if not managed carefully. Establishing clear boundaries and ensuring effective communication are crucial to making these online interactions positive and supportive, rather than sources of tension or confusion. Another crucial element in relationships is physical affection. We often underestimate the profound impact of a simple touch, a warm hug, or a gentle caress. These gestures are far more than mere actions, they are vital expressions of love, care, and support. When physical affection is lacking in a relationship, it can lead to a deep sense of loneliness, even when both partners are physically present. This emotional and physical isolation can be deeply damaging over time, underscoring the importance of nurturing these small yet significant expressions of connection. They serve as constant reminders that we are valued and loved, which is fundamental to feeling secure and content in a relationship. In the realm of modern relationships, some individuals are exploring non-traditional structures, such as polyamory, which challenges the conventional notion of monogamy. Polyamory allows people to form multiple romantic and physical connections with the full consent of all involved. This approach is not about replacing one relationship with another, but rather expanding the ways in which individuals can connect both emotionally and physically. For those who choose this path, it offers a way to explore different facets of their personalities and desires, leading to a richer understanding of love and human connection. However, such a relationship structure requires an extraordinary level of open communication, trust, and mutual respect for each partner's needs and boundaries. Interestingly, certain experiences, like sharing a carefully prepared meal or engaging in joyful activities, can significantly enhance emotional and physical connections between partners. For instance, preparing and sharing a meal together can be an intimate experience that fosters closeness beyond the act of eating. Similarly, participating in activities that bring joy and relaxation, such as dancing, hiking, or spending time in nature, can strengthen the bond between partners. These shared moments of pleasure are essential in building and reinforcing the relationship, making it more resilient to the inevitable challenges that may arise. When we consider all these elements, managing physical challenges, embracing practices like yoga, navigating online interactions, maintaining physical affection, exploring alternative relationship structures, and savoring shared experiences, it becomes clear that intimacy and connection are complex and multifaceted. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to building a strong relationship. What truly matters is that both partners are committed to exploring and understanding what works best for them, continually nurturing their connection in ways that feel meaningful and fulfilling. In conclusion, the journey of understanding intimacy and connection is an ongoing and evolving process. There is always more to learn and new ways to grow, both as individuals and as partners in a relationship. It's about remaining curious, open to change, and finding joy in the small things that make a relationship special. Whether it's trying new activities together, improving communication, or simply being there for each other during difficult times, every effort counts in strengthening the relationship and making it more rewarding. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of intimacy and connection. We hope this discussion has provided valuable insights or sparked new thoughts on how to enhance your own relationships. If you found this conversation meaningful, we encourage you to stay connected with us for more topics like this by subscribing to our channel, liking, and sharing this video. Remember, the journey toward deeper connection is one we take together, step by step. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep loving. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.